Here's the next question. My husband and I cheated in our marriage. We said we want to make it work, but he can't let go of my one mistake when I forgave him for cheating many times. If he can't let it go, now I don't know what happened when it said we want to make it work, but I'll tell you this much, and it is not fair. So let me say this. This is not fair. It's not fair at all, you know. But for the most part, it just seems like, especially when you have a case like this where both committed infidelity, and I base this off experiences and talking to people and all of that kind of stuff, where women can tend to be a little more forgiving. And it's so hard for a man
to let it go.
To let that go. And it's not fair.
Even though you did it too.
Yeah.
And it's a funny thing.
It's a thing. It's a psychological thing, because we know this with people in general. It's almost like, and this is how society has been for years. If a guy has been with multiple people, you know, he was considered a playboy or whatever, and nobody not says too much. But then if a woman has been with multiple people, she's not viewed too nice. And that's not fair.
It's not fair.
Because you'll have a guy in a second who say, you know, I want somebody who has not been touched, but you've driven to Mississippi back and forward. It's just not fair.
The standard has never been even.
No.
And I don't think it will ever be even.
No.
Because you have chauvinistic, you have people that's proud, and people that feel they are more than you. Like they did you a favor by marrying you, or did you a favor by being with you.
Now let me say this. Now this is a real psychological thing, and I'm not going to say this in the audience, but a lot of men don't want to admit it. But there are a lot of men, not all men, they base sex on masculinity. A lot of men do that. So that's why they feel that that's part of their macho-ness, their masculinity. And so that's why it's difficult for them to accept that another man has been with their woman, because they kind of put that as part of their masculinity. That's why really, why women, I'm very hesitant in saying this, but I'm only saying it for example's sake. A lot of men, how women can really put them down is by attacking that. And if you attack that, I've seen men cry. Men just broken down because that was attacked by a woman, because they attached that to their masculinity, which you shouldn't, but a lot of men do that. And I don't know if that goes into when you were younger, you know, with this macho thing of who you were with, and like you're just, you know, you're like you conquered and this or that, or you think, and that's young men. You're right. And you have men, they have that ego like that they did this, and the thought of if they get with somebody, they'll be in love with them forever. And I knew that as a teenager. That is not true.
And then even so, Pastor, let me put this on the mark. I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
You'll say it in a nice PG version?
Oh, PG version.
Yeah.
Especially when a man got a virgin, and he think that, she don't have no comparison, she won't want nobody else.
Right, like she'll be tied to him forever. And that is not true.
So stupid.
Not true at all.
So
not true.
I don't even want to put a word.
Not true.
Not stupid. But
but a lot of men think that. They'll never be. I'm the only driver.
They don't know how any other man is good.
And you don't realize
that
but that mindset could be, it was cool, but I just wonder how a Cadillac would be now.
Come on now.
I wonder how Mercedes would be now. I wonder how Rolls Royce would be now.
Come on now.
See, I feel the men, their ego is.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Because
So that never was
it's
true.
never
That was
true.
never
That's
true.
never true. So in other words, so neither party need to be naive.
No.
Don't be naive and say, oh, she'll never want nobody, or he'll never. I tell women all the time, you don't want that one-tooth man. That one-tooth man would be somebody else's Cadillac. They're like, I want that one-tooth man. I don't want that fat belly man. That fat belly man. To each his own. In other words, do not knock it out. Don't say nobody will want you. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's right.
I have seen women with 10 kids.
Yeah.
And a man want all 10 kids.
Yeah.
So don't be naive and say, nobody don't want you. Who wants you? Walk out that door and find out. Just walk out.
Yeah. But you both, if you're willing to make the marriage work, you got to forgive. And my brother, you got to forgive. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. If you both want to work it out. And you can work it out. But you both got to want to do it. And you can't play that unfair thing. She's saying has forgiven you many times, and you having a hard time with one. So that's not fair, my brother. That's not fair.